Your referee representing USA, Latasha Washington. Round 1.
So Mongolia in the red and China in the blue. Dorjnyambuu Ganbold of Mongolia with the luscious locks. I told you I like the hair of Nikolai Terterian in the previous bout, but I think I've got a new favourite here, Lewis.
I wonder if that's a fresh haircut from in Sheffield or from back home.
Yeah, I don't know. Where would you go? How would you know?
Yeah.
But he looks good. Anyway, there's a good bout that's going on while we harp on about the haircut in the red corner. Lively start.
Yeah, really
the
nice
Mongolian's
shots, up and
really
down.
keen to show his power early on. Nice work from the Chinese, Xinlin Chen.
Yeah, nice backhand. Good southpaw backhand. You see so many more southpaws nowadays, Chris. I'm sure you've seen it, you know, over the years how they used to be less and less, but now, yeah.
Why is that? Was it coached out of them, or were they just not?
I just think
Did coaches not want them? Why is that?
I don't know. I guess back in the day it'd be a very sort of standard, you know, procedures to go orthodox, but
my dad's a left-handed cricketer, and he was coached to bat right-handed because it was harder.
yeah,
Harder to coach a lefty.
yeah. I think a lot of times you get put into the orthodox stance, whereas a little bit more freedom nowadays, and you see a lot of Olympians, you know, go on. I think, to be honest, Chris, there was 20 qualified at light middleweight in my division. I think 11 of us were southpaws.
Wow. There you go. But it's the Mongolian out of the orthodox stance against the Chinese boxer, who is the southpaw, landing a flash jab there with his lead right hand. The Mongolian started at a real rate of knots. The Chinese boxer is meeting him, centre of the ring, and saying, yeah, let's have it.
Yeah, the Chinese boxer is just he's using his range a little bit more. He's throwing long shots, 1s and 2s. Mongolian's just trying to go a little bit bent arm. Both having success, but falling short every now and then, the Mongolian.
Interesting to see how this plays out over the course of the 9-minute contest. 3 rounds of 3. And yeah, there you go. The Mongolian just throwing those bent arm shots and just fractionally out of range. Xinlin Chen of China is controlling that range. Chinese boxer Etwan coming in, but gave a couple out on the way back. Body shot right on the bell. The Mongolian felt that was low. To the corners they go.
What are we saying for the scorecards, Chris?
You're challenging me on this one. I think I'm going to lean blue, but I think we might be looking at a 3-2 split.
I think I'll agree with you, to be
That's
honest.
my judging.
I'm going to go 4-1 blue.
Leaning, just leaning a bit more than me, aren't they? Yeah, all 5 going the way of Xinlin Chen of China.
Yeah, the Mongolian started well, but the Chinese, you know, he did take over towards the back end of the round.
We didn't show the scorecard about the haircuts. All 5 going in favour of the Mongolian. Only on the haircuts. Here is the best of the action from that first round. You're right. Ganbold, the Mongolian, came out and started well. This is right at the end of the round. Don't think it is low. Right on the waistband.
On the belt line.
So all good. Round 2. Mongolia in red, trailing on all 5 of the judges' scorecards to the Chinese boxer Chen in blue.
Chinese boxer just throwing lovely 1-2s, you know, leaning back on the back foot a little bit. Quite hard to catch clean, and also getting right behind that lead shoulder as well. So the target for the Mongolian is less for him to see.
Yeah, constantly on the move now, Chen. A bit more than he was in the first. Boxing at range, but just trying to control that distance, opening up so he can land that body shot. having lost the first round and not quite able to get into range, this will start getting a little bit frustrating, perhaps even desperate for the Mongolian. Ganbold took the silver in the World Boxing Cup event in his native Mongolia a couple of months ago. Beaten by his international teammate, who we saw just a couple of fights ago, Kaku Bilgan Saikan. China looking for their first win this week. That's a good shot. Both fighters swinging for the hills, and the boxer in blue was the one that came out on top. And that looks like a big head clash. Big head clash. The count is being administered. I thought that was a clash of heads, the way he went down.
I think it was, Chris. The referee just gives them a little bit of time anyway. Not necessarily because it's a scoring shot. Well, there definitely wasn't. Definitely a clash of heads there.
Yeah, it needs to blow the cobwebs free. That was real impact. We will see the replay in the break between the rounds. But the Mongolian now.
Mongolian.
When I play any kind of sport, Lewis, when I play football, when you get hurt, I seem to come out and this burst of adrenaline. It looks like that's what's happening to the Mongolian boxer here.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, I think the clash of heads has forced a cut underneath the left cheekbone, right on the point of the cheekbone, and the doctor's being called to have a look at that.
Yeah, and that's swelling up quite quickly, that is.
That's a clash of heads impact, surely.
Yeah.
Nasty one. I think of Ricky Hatton, suffered so many cuts like that around the fleshy part of the cheek and the eye. Danger with that is, as your career goes on, is that skin can reopen, re-tear.
Of course, yeah. Weakens.
And the Mongolian not wasting any time now. Aware of the cut on his face, trailing on the scorecards, needing to do some damage, landing a single shot. Bit more intensity about Chen, the Chinese boxer in blue as well now, realizing there's a very present danger in front of him, the wounded fighter.
Oh, good shot. Good end of the round there from Mongolian.
Yeah, strong end. I just wonder if that cut, if it's swelling up at the rate that it's swelling up, might that cause some vision issues?
Potentially, definitely. I'd say it looks like it's just a bit below the eye, but yeah, good. Ooh.
So a 4-1 split in favour of the Chinese boxer, who is 2 up now on 4 of the judges' scorecards. So Ganbold of Mongolia is going to have to come out swinging, as he was at the end of that round. He's going to need a stoppage or a 10-8 or a 10-7, which can be done, to get the job done here. But we just see it again there. We're going to see it in the slow-mo here, Lewis. Yeah, it's heads.
And it is on the left cheek as well, so it's definitely come from that.
So this is a rerun of the first angle. It's forehead to cheek. And that's why the impact was so much more painful for the man in red.
Third and last round.
Final round of this contest. Xinlin Chen of China just has to stay out of trouble. Xinlin Chen, I should say. Mongolia has it all to do with that damage to his face as well from the clash of heads in the previous round. He's slugging.
I expect nothing less from him.
So tough, the Mongolian fighters that we've had here this week. Well, Chen using his ring smarts there, with the Mongolian advancing on him, swinging for the hills. Just grab him, walk him back to the ropes and take 5-10 seconds out of this final round. Good work to the body from the Mongolian. That's a tangle of the legs that can happen with a southpaw and an orthodox. No knockdown, straight back into it. good aggressive work in this final round from Ganbold in red. That's much better work. Oh, big shot from the backhand of the Chinese boxer. Heading towards the final minute of the contest. And still it's Ganbold of Mongolia walking his opponent down, but his opponent has a wide margin lead on the scorecards.
Chinese just needs to see this out now. Don't want no cuts at this stage of the fight when you're 2-0 up.
And the power that he's punching with, and the fact that their heads come close together, there is always the risk of that cut. The Mongolian calls him on as well. Let's go down the stretch, he says.
We just love to see it. Another good bout. You're right in saying I missed this morning's session, but yeah, these bouts this evening have been absolutely fantastic.
Yep. Something about the way they're structured. I think it is because we go up in weight as we go through the sessions.
Yeah.
So much more power behind the punches as you work through the session that it just seems to get better and better and better as we work our way through. Huge punch from the Mongolian. I think we all agree that it might be in vain as Chen, the Chinese fighter, lands.
Good bout.
Late
nice
into
respect.
the contest. Good respect from both fighters. And I think now the important thing is that Dorjnyambuu Ganbold goes and gets that cut on his cheek looked at. Nasty, caused by the clash of heads. Silver medal in the last World Boxing Cup outing a couple of months ago. I don't think he'll be medaling this week. He certainly came to fight.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 19 after 3 rounds of boxing. We go to the scorecards where your officials at ringside score a split decision in favour of your winner, and boxing out of the blue corner, it's Xinlin Chen of China.
So the blue corner has got the win, although there is some confusion in the ring because the Mongolian boxer is celebrating what he feels should be his victory, but I can confirm, and the graphics all around the arena are confirming, that the win is in the blue corner, China. So the frustration is on the face of Ganbold. I mean, he can't have looked at the scorecards going into that final round.
And that's the thing, some coaches, you know, some nations don't tell their boxers the scorecards going into the final round. You know, they don't want it to be necessarily demoralised by it.